Hello, my name is Enzo, and today we will talk about the independence of the United States of America. Now, our first topic will be about discovery to independence. Now, America back then was called Mundos Novas. When people were looking for a country, someone named it Mundos Novas, which means New World in Latin. It was named by a German geographer in 1507. So it was very prophetic when it was named because the one who named the country was capitalist, and America later on became a superpower. But not only that, it was through the Christian influence, due to the Mayflower Pilgrims who dedicated the land to God. Now, European colonization over America. What happened here was America was actually a colony from Europe. So it all started during the 17th century when the Spanish, British, and Dutch came to America and colonized it, some parts. Although that happened, America did not have its final original name. So to the British, it was called the 3D colonies. In Spanish, it was California or Florida. And to the French, it was Louisiana. The 30 colonies then wanted to have independence because that was their land already. As John Adams said, one of the founding fathers of America, said that the revolution happened before the war began. He basically states that everything happened before the war began, which is the Great War, and he said it later on. So what happened here was England was really blamed for the revolution because the Americans or the colonies wanted to have independence. So it says here that the colonies separated from England, and 3 decades later, there was a second part to the War of Independence. Now, Britain was really blamed for everything because America was neglected by the government and they really did not like them. Also, because that they were taxed heavily, restricted trade, and also the civil rights of the colonies were also banned. So this really angered the Americans. Next, because of the Seven Wars, which was mentioned before this lesson, it left Britain in debt. Now, they really needed money. So what it did was, they taxed the Americans, took all their money for their own goods. And now, because of this, the Americans were really mad. They resented it. They evaded taxes, took loot, plunder, smuggled rum, and really caused the British to become mad. Now, there were 4 very major patriots for this. First was George Washington. He was simply a farmer back then, and then he had the mind of a general, and therefore they got him as the president and commander. Second, we have Paul Revere, Patrick Henry, and John Adams. So these 4 people were very important in the history. So after everything happened, then came the American Constitution. They implemented the government or democracy in their country. It was signed by delegates or the 4 people we mentioned in September 1787. And because of that, a new country was born, the New World. So there were 4 reasons to the American Revolution. First was the really annoying policies of Britain, such as the taxes and all the treasures of America that the colonies found before Britain did. Second was the Stamp Act of 1665, where tax stamps on bills, publications, papers, etc. were really mandatory, and people did not like that. Third, obviously, was because of annihilation. Fourth was that they wanted to have their own representation of the parliament. Now, here, this is the time on 4th of July when America got its independence. So, the Declaration of Independence was basically a time where here, Thomas Jefferson, he actually signed the check, or not the check, the bill wherein America is now free. Sorry for saying check. Anyways, 3 parts of the bill were, first, echoing John Locke's natural rights. Second, list of oppressive British acts. And third, to pledge the members to defend America with their lives. Now, this leads us to the growth of the United States. Because of the independence, this really increased the population of America. So what happened after the American Revolution? Because of this, America became superpower, a really big, powerful nation because of their spirit, and that they were confident that they can defeat anyone because of what happened back then. To many parts of the world, the American Revolution symbolized a dramatic triumph of the people, which enlightened other people. And this served as an inspiration for everybody else. So, how did independence help the US grow? So there was a really major increase in people here because of independence. So, from 3.9 million in 1790 became 31 million in 1860. That's like probably another years afterwards. In 1790, the UN comprised 17 states, which were the ones that were not under, which were under France, and Spanish, in Spain. And by 1833, they were all united together. All those other states that the other Europeans got. There was also a revival of Christian and Protestant churches, and they also gave up Bibles and put back Christian on the map. Next, we have the monarch doctrine. This is basically states that if you will go against the U.S., basically means you're in war with them. So it also became a beacon of independence, which really, really sparked other people's hearts and became patriots for their countries. So the monarch doctrine declared that the Western Hemisphere was no longer open to European influence. In fact, no other influence. If you were to go against them, you'd be in war. So this is very important. Peace treaty with the South and the rest power. Next, we have the American Civil War. Now, this is one of the very bloodiest wars, probably in America or in the world. So, how did this change America? The important thing is that it abolished slavery, which, of course, that says all humans are equal. All this is started by Abraham Lincoln, 1809 to 1965, who was in favor of everybody, even slaves, and that we are equal with everybody. And then, because of that, came the Great Civil War, which was the reclamation of the southern states where the slaves were under the masters, or etc. And all of this ended on April 9, 1865. Now, there were 7 reasons or results to the Civil War. First, a lot of slaves were freed, 3.5 million. Next, Abraham Lincoln died because of his honor, I guess, or probably someone didn't like him. I don't know. But the good thing was, South was reclaimed. The entire South, all the slaves were freed, etc. And now the source of feudal wealth was no longer South. The source of feudal wealth, the South, did not rise again until 20th century. So this states that because the South being all destroyed, it did not go back again or rise until 20th century because they did rebuild it. But the thing is, it killed a lot of people, or soldiers, 1,330,000 to be exact. And because of that, the 5% of American population died, which is not good. But Reconstruction made America stronger, which really, 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 really made it powerful. Next, America is a world power. So what happened here when America was now in its final state, or its grandeur? Most historians believe that Christianity made America a really great country because of the belief in God. So one of the people around the world believed that America was nothing without God. And because of that, he noticed that, hey, what if God really is the answer, right? So, next, America is a world power. So, President McKinley annexed Hawaii, Philippines, and Puerto Rico, etc. in order to spread Christianity. So, that was his excuse to take our countries. He also allowed other persecuted Christians to enjoy the Philippines because that was their haven for freedom. And because of that, many people respected America. Next, America is associated with democracy, capitalism. So after the Civil War, America really became a powerful and industrial country. And this led America to the big businesses such as capitalism, etc. And because of that, it made them richer because they get to own many other corporations instead of just one. This also improved the labor movement and became more organized, such as the minimum wage, workday, and probably overtime. So we have to thank these people such as Robert Fulton, Ellie Whitney, Cyrus McCormick, Alexander Graham, Thomas Edison, and someone more for making America what it is today, a superpower. And that's that, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you leave a like and comment, and if you want more, you gotta stay tuned. Thank you.